The painting portrays the third Chinese Chan patriarch, Fan, leaning on his tiger in total relaxation, and it has been quickly executed. A great pictorial technique, an expressive synthesis of great power and accuracy, all from the point of view of the expression, not of the description. Use of highly diluted ink for the tiger hair and the monk's robe, and also his hair, moustaches and beard. The hems of the robe, the tiger stripes, as well as the outlines of the eyes and mouth of both the saint and the tiger, have the same intensity of broken ink. Both possess an equal might. The tiger, like the monk, who has dominated his own mind. The mind that, if undisciplined and uncontrolled, can easily become more threatening even than a tiger itself. I have chosen a brief passage from the most celebrated novel by Gao Xinjiang. Gao has been living for many years in exile in Paris, where he received French citizenship and was honored in year 2000 with the Nobel Prize for Literature for his novel Soul Mountain. While trying to get recognition as a writer, Gao supported himself as an ink painter in the tradition of Chinese literati in the pomo or broken ink technique, but with a totally personal visual approach. Pomo consists in applying a brush stroke with diluted ink, which is then broken by putting on it a much drier ink, or putting up lifting the painting while wet and allowing it to drip to create more intense vibration in the image. A painting by Gao called The Marble shows a man painted with a dark brush stroke with a darker outline. I don't know if you get it. There is a darker outline here. No, there's really not much light. Sorry. One brush stroke and one block for the head. The man is sitting on what appears to be a promontory obtained with yet another blotch of ink. In front of him is a very luminous celestial body, a sun or a full moon. It is not clear which is it. It is marble. When marble raises in oneself, one feels it growing also in front, like a star leading the way of life. In another painting, Gao titled like the novel Soul Mountain, one sees a standing man looking at what? This time, the sun, moon, marble image is placed at his side, more like a journey companion than a point of reference. And the man looks instead at the vision of the incumbent far mountain, amebic, undefined, and mysterious. As a matter of fact, one enters the noble Soul Mountain as in a fairy tale. A tale of contemporary man in search for his deepest cultural roots in order to reach himself. Actually, Gao's novel represents the path followed by the author protagonist in search of himself, as it is quite evident that it's an autobiographical narration. Quote, "You can't explain why you're here. It happened that you were on a train and this person mentioned a place called Lingshan, Soul Mountain. He was sitting opposite. You've been to lots of places, visited lots of famous mountains, but have never heard of Soul Mountain. And of course, Soul Mountain is a metaphoric place, but to a point. The author has heard about it and is searching for it in a journey through China of several months. I shall read you some passages in order to convey to you the author's Chinese way to penetrate into landscape. In this novel, there are 3 different levels of writing used by the author to describe situations which develop in a parallel way, but which are interrelated and always refer to the protagonist as I, you, and an impersonal expression, he, or one. While reading, I shall also insert some images of famous landscape paintings from the past centuries that somehow, in a very arbitrary way, in my way, can be made to refer to the passages. I hope that in this way I shall be able to convey to you the feeling of deep exchange between literature and visual art and painting, which is typical of the cultural heritage of East Asia. I quote, I take deep breaths of the pure air of the forest. Inhaling and exhaling it is effortless, and I feel the very depth of my soul being cleansed. The air penetrates to the soles of my feet, and my body and mind seem to enter nature's grand cycle. I achieve a sense of joyful freedom such as I've never before experienced. A drifting mist comes just 1 meter off the ground and spreads out right before me. As I retreat, I scoop it into my hands. It is like the smoke from a stove. I start running, but I am too slow. It brushes past, and everything inside becomes blurred. The colors suddenly disappear. But the cloudy mist following behind is much more distinct, coming as drifts or swirling balls. A range of magnificent indigo mountains directly opposite. Their peaks covered in white cloud, thick layers of billowing, churning clouds. In the ravine, a few wisps of gold-like clouds are rapidly dispersing. The white line below must be the rushing waters of the river flowing through the middle of the dark forest ravine. The sun comes out suddenly, illuminating the mountain range opposite. The air is so rarefied that the pine forest beneath the layers of clouds instantly turn a wonderful green, which drives me into an ecstatic frenzy. It is as if a song is emerging from the depths of my soul, and as the light changes, there are sudden changes of color. I run and jump about, struggling to photograph the transformations of the clouds. A great white cloudy mist knits up behind me again, ignoring ditches, hollows, fallen trees. I can't get ahead of it, and unhurriedly catches up. It encloses me in myths. Images vanish from my eyes, and everything is a hazy blur. But in my mind, fragments of the images I have just seen linger. Just when I feel completely lost, a ray of sunlight comes down over my head, illuminating the moss under my feet. Only then do I discover that underfoot is yet another strange plant world. It too has mountain ranges, forests and low shrubs, and all of these sparkle brilliantly and are beautiful, sparkling green. The moment I crouch down, it is here again, that all-pervading, obscuring mist, and, as if by magic, instantly, everything is a grey-black blurred totality. End of quotation.